Hi guys. Do I look terrified? Do I look like just,
You're
oh
very
my gosh?
significant.
Well, it's because I was just at the DMV where my son was taking his permit test and he just drove me home. So I should look terrified. It took us a little longer than normal, but it's sort of an interesting tie-in because I want to talk to you about freedom. This is obviously the week of the 4th of July. But it also represents something else, and something really, really big to our organization. It was the birth of the organization 15 years ago today. The reason I remember that is because it's always 2 days after Cole's birthday. And he just got some new freedom. He just went and took his permit test. And so here shortly, we're all going to have some different freedom. But 15 years, oh my gosh, from the day that the organization was born. And it was 2 people in the basement of a home on River Run Drive in Ketchum, Idaho. 306 River Run Drive, to be exact. I remember it. I remember being terrified, excited. I remember the anxiety, the stress. I remember the hope, this idea, this willingness to pay a price today for the hope that I could have something in the future, that freedom in the future. And I know that during this time of year, we talk about freedom as it pertains to the freedom in our country, the freedom that so many men, women, and families paid, sacrificed so that we could have. And that is amazing. And I don't mean to take away from that at all. What I do want to do is I want to make sure that we tie into this idea that all freedom, all of it, is paid for. It's not free. Freedom's never been free. There's a saying that the rent, you must pay for success, and the rent is due every day. It costs to have freedom. And when I think of freedom, I think of, the freedom to be free from disease is a perfect example, right? So I want to call attention to those of you who are paying for your success every day, that are paying for your freedom every day. For those of you in health and vitality, that means, I don't know, living to a nutrition or a fitness plan that's giving you the freedom from disease. When it comes to finances, those of you that are living to an expense budget, that are paying into your savings plan to give you the financial freedom that you want in your relationships, in your families. Those of you who every single day make a deposit into your relationships so that you can have this freedom within your family, that love and that trust. Same thing for your business. You pay for the freedom. That's through your organization. That's through doing you free to do more, to go generate more business. There is there's a piece of scripture. I want to say it's 1 Corinthians 15:58. Don't quote me on that, but essentially what this piece of scripture says is that you're being called to stand. I wrote down some of the pieces of it. You're being called to stand for what you believe. The words, depending on the version you're looking at, become unmovable, unwavering, to be enthusiastic and not to give in to fad. Boy, we see that in every part of our lives, don't we? I mean, there's always somebody when we're talking about business that is saying, "Oh, listen, you can go do it this way. Now, you don't have to sell, you don't have to prospect. You can go do these other things." Same thing with fitness, right? We see the same thing. Same thing with finance. Oh, there's always a get rich quick scheme out there, folks. Freedom comes from earning it. Freedom comes for paying the price now so that you can have something in the future. So I hope that means something to you. I know it means something to all of us who have been in this organization and have been touched by this organization and the people in it. It didn't exist unless somebody first said, I'm going to sacrifice and I'm going to commit and I'm going to work and I'm going to pay to make sure that we have something that will have impact later. And as always, be distinctive and be free. Talk to you guys later.